What is up, friends? Happy Friday. See, John is here, Queen, the Teg main. We got E1, 3D Man, of course. Let me get you unmuted, 3D Man. How you doing?
Hey Adam, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. It's been a bit, man. We got some updates to talk about.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Did you miss me?
I did. I heard you guys are printing out there in more ways than one, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it a few minutes, just like the stream. Let's give it a few minutes. I see some people are coming in here. I did want to surprise some folks in the VC because we're going to be doing a little giveaway of 3D Man. Hope that works for you, 3D Man main. I know you sent me a little bag and I've been holding it since then. So
Heck yeah.
all right.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
Sounds
right.
great.
That sounds good
I'm
to me.
actually I'm playing with the printers right now, so I've had to basically teach myself how to do this, and it's kind of fun.
That is a world I have no idea about, so you're gonna have to educate us a little bit on that too, man. But this is exciting. This is exciting. So yeah, we got a little bit of 3D Man tokens to give away. I'm gonna throw in $50 as well of my own, just because why not, you know? Give away a little bit, have some fun. I didn't want to announce it because I just wanted to kind of see who came in and celebrate them. But now we can announce it. So if anyone's wanting to bring in a friend, bring them in. Have some fun this Friday and talk all about 3D Man, guys. So I'm going to send out some invites right now. Hope you guys would do the same. And of course, 3D Man main, if you'd like to get the link out there to your community, make sure they make their way over. We'll start in a little bit. By the way, we are live on YouTube right now as well. I'm simulcasting to YouTube as we speak, so we're live there also. So kind of fun. All right. Yep, let's give it 2-3 more minutes and we'll go ahead and start. All right, I see some more folks joining in. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. As I mentioned, we are going to be doing a little surprise giveaway. Didn't really want to tell anybody about it till day of, just to have some fun and have a little Friday surprise for y'all. So please, again, before we start, just bring some friends in here. We're going to be doing a $50 cash giveaway, or realistically USDC. And I have up to 100. How much is it? $117 of 3D Man. 3D Man main. That's what you sent me like I think like 2 months ago. Do we want to give away that whole thing? It's up to you. What do you think?
Nice. Yeah, it's been climbing a little bit.
It has been climbing a little bit. I saw that number, I think like 3x as well, back about a month ago. So I was like, ooh, whoever ends up walking away with this prize probably gonna be pretty happy. So,
Yeah.
all right, we'll give it
We'll
away
see
then.
how things going. Yeah, give it away.
All right, all right. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. We are again broadcasting on YouTube, so this is kind of a live simulcast right now as well, and the recording will live on YouTube as well. I think we're gonna go ahead and just jump in, and if anyone else wants to come in, they can. Remember, best question giveaway at the end. I wish Protocol was here. He usually has the best questions, but maybe he doesn't qualify because he's doing a lot of stuff with 3D Man, so I don't know if that's fair, but um, that's besides the point. All right, let's go ahead and hit record and jump in. All right, guys, we're here on a fantastic Friday here in Coynzy, and you know what? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we had an AMA. Last one I think was with Livecoin, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it was with Livecoin, and we're here with the one, the only 3D Man and their token Man on Solana. And as I mentioned before I hit record, this has been a token I've had my eye on for a long time. They've done some serious X's on the live stream, the major live stream. We've seen them here, and you brought it to us very, very early, 3D Man main. And why don't we kind of start with some intros? Who's behind the main portal account? Who are we talking to?
Yeah, so my name's Caleb. I've been in the meme coin space for a couple of years now, crypto space for 8 years or so, and built a pretty good team.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I still remember that space, bro. I still remember that space when you're like, okay, we're going to be taking over this project. It looks like an absolute gem, but we want high quality people that have good intentions to build with us. Are you game or are you game? And I remember instantly Wise DJ and a few others are like, let's fucking go. I just bought a bag. I think it was like at 18K, 20, something like that, right? It was like a really
Yeah,
low market cap.
yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So, suffice to say, it gigasent from there. 3D Man sent me a little bag, and I said, "Well, thank you, but I'm actually gonna hide the balance because I want to use it as a giveaway." And today is the day. So I think one other person joined just now. We are going to be giving away current value. I'm looking at the wallet. I unhid it for this. $118 bag and $50 on the house from Coynzy, as well as a little Friday incentive giveaway. Tech support saying it was 18K. Well, there you go. It was 18K.
Nice.
All right, so a little bit of intros out of the way. I love it. Let's talk about the extended team, because since last time we spoke on Major, bro, a lot has happened. We're seeing the CNews of the world team up. Your purchasing 3D printing companies. A lot has changed, bro. So let us know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. So when we first took over the project, there wasn't really another successful man coin um, in the market. We found the project due to an Elon tweet. He was talking about no kings, no God, only man, and we found the project. It's a true CTO. We weren't like holding bags or anything prior to the CTO. It was floored at like 2K market cap, with a nice fat liquidity pool. Not very many holders, and we were like, the 3D meta hasn't really been explored. There's so much we can do with this. Let's take off with it. So we bought some bags. We started sharing it around, and you know, shared it to many groups very early, and just been climbing ever since. That was about a month ago, and you know, we've been putting together the project since then. It's been you know, about a month that we've been in between the 300 and 150K range. So I mean, it's for a month old, it's been pretty stable. Uh, you know, so in the background, we've all been making partnerships, linking up with, you know, this 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 community, that community, and also we're emailing partnerships to 3D printing companies all around the world. We've decided to go the route of focusing on 3D printing,
Hmm.
and you know, I like you said, I did buy out a 3D printing company, and I'm actually doing some printing right now. So
Is that what that noise is? It's very like faint, but I can't I can hear the hum of some 3D printing going on. So oh hey, look at that. We get to see on the video. That's so cool.
yeah, so
Oh,
here's
I
some
love
of
it.
the yeah. So now I knew nothing about 3D printing. Like I said, this
Uh-huh.
was a spur of the moment thing, and we decided to run with it. So I mean, the project is as true as it gets, and you know, um, been passionate about it the whole time, and you know, we've had some hiccups, some ups and downs, but you know, I feel like we're in good position here to start flying. You know, with with such stability,
Hmm.
proven track record of you know, good holders. Everybody knows has been DCAing respectively, selling respectively. You know, and now we're just to the point where we're holding and buying and pushing the chart. So our main focus here recently has been, I did a bunch of research after figuring out the 3D printing machines,
Hmm.
um, to actually buy computer chips, and they're on their way. They're being shipped to us, and we're going to be able to print out people's NFTs, and they'll be validated. So people can order their NFT through us. We'll print it out, put the computer chip inside of it, uh, program it, so it's actually, you know, the one of one NFT, um, printed out like in real life, real world asset. So
Oh, I
that's what
love
we're focusing on here. Yeah.
yeah, so the idea of having an NFT kind of come to life is really interesting. Is that how you're doing the kind of some of the partnerships, or how do the partnerships interface with how you guys are doing, you know, your 3D printing?
Yeah, so we have a formal partnership with Sakinu.
Mhm.
We've discussed, you know, basically giving them some things at cost, and giving them some characters at cost, and in return, you know, we have a big tech crew, and so do they, along with some other collabs that we've got going on, and you know, we've all been helping each other in the background with building, you know, building these projects. So it's trusted people in the space, and building the project. They've actually got a partnership with a dog shelter, a Facebook group with 50,000 people, and we're working on setting up some prints for the dog shelter of some dogs, and giving them away. So the dog shelter also is into crypto, and you can actually rent out some kennels and display your you know, display your company,
Mhm.
so on and so forth. And they've got a big Facebook group channel. So I mean, it's taken a little bit of time to get to this point, but we're on the verge of blowing up. So
That
you
is
know, that's
fantastic.
what yeah.
So as you're like kind of talking to real world entities like these 3D printing companies and so on, and especially through collaboration, you know, dog shelters and nonprofits. I remember when we talked with Sinu, right? That was a hurdle that was a little difficult for them, right? Like people just didn't really get it. They thought it was a scam. Are you guys encountering something similar, or do people kind of just get it? They're like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're doing."
um Oh, so when I'm talking to these other companies?
Yeah, in the non Web3 way.
Gotcha, gotcha. So when I've talked to them, a lot of them are like the ones that have reached out and are interested. They're like, well, we've got some, we do some day trading here and there, but we don't really know about the crypto world. We're interested, but we're
Hmm.
not. Being me, the type of person I am, I've got their cell phone number, and I kind of keep poking them. So I'm sending this guy Brian, for instance. He owns a big company out of Pennsylvania, and I'm kind of poking him about the just kind of sending him updates and stuff, and getting some replies back. And not only has he offered to possibly invest in us, but also he has said that basically whatever we need, if we do get a mass order of something, that he's here for us. So we've had some problems with our developer, with our
Oh,
website developer in the
really?
past. He's unfortunately he's present in the space right now, due to family issues and stuff.
Oh no.
So he's had to take a bit of a break, and it goes, you can see right on Telegram and stuff that he hasn't been even active on Telegram for a while and stuff. And I didn't pry into it too much, but I have a big team, so we kind of move forward to kind of work on what we could work on, and
Hmm.
kind of give him some space until he has time to kind of produce what he's promised to produce. So we're looking forward to some online utilities for the project, come this winter. And if that doesn't, if for some reason we can't produce what we've promised to produce, we've already looked into other avenues of getting it done. It's just going to take a little bit more time on other channels of the project. But the guy that I have now, Dalton, he's been a longtime friend of mine in this, so we've
Hmm.
updated the website to a new website, because we need to be able to access that website and update it
Yeah,
frequently.
I was gonna say it looks pretty good, to be honest. Like, I
Yep.
mean, you know what I mean? Like, I think I would want to know like what would you want the website to develop into? Is it going to be like more interactive, more interfaced with your utility? What would be kind of the grand vision of what you'd want as like a deliverable?
Right. So like right now we're focused more on the 3D printing
Hmm.
side of things with the website, focused on the NFTs and stuff. As we grow, this is not a short-term project; it's a long-term project. I don't care if it takes a couple years to get this into the multi-millions. We're all dedicated. We're all here, and inevitably we would love to have each channel to where you could go through the website and see our partners, see our collabs. If you make a bulk order of, say, some poker chips to pass around from your it doesn't even have to be an NFT, but put your meme character on some poker chips,
Hmm.
and we can make that order. And since we're making partnerships with companies all around the world, that's going to help solve our shipping issues. So we actually have another video conference set up for Monday with another company, another 3D printing company, that seems super excited about it. We're getting about, one out of every 20 emails that we send to
Hmm.
kind of hit back, but there's, thousands of companies out there, and we've had 4 or 5 of them reach back out to us so far.
That is not a bad hit rate, I have to say. Definitely not not too bad of a hit rate, especially in the crypto space. That's not bad at all. And I see we
Yeah.
have some more joins, guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, we are going to be doing a really nice little giveaway at the end. I didn't want to announce this because I specifically didn't want a flood of giveaway hunters or something to flood in. So it's just for the OGs that have been grinding in the chat and are here. We appreciate you guys. We're doing 100. Well, actually, the price went up since we're talking about it, but I'm just going to round down and say $117 bag of man. And we're also going to be doing $50 in USDC from Coynzy as a little thank you for being here. So let's talk a little bit more. But by the way, as a suggestion, man, I've built some recent websites using Replit. You guys might want to look into that because it makes the web building process considerably easier. Like considerably easier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link after this. I joke you not that you can build something stellar within like 2 hours. It's
Okay.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. So,
Yeah, thank you.
um, but anyways,
On that note,
huh?
real quick, I'd like to say, so Dalton, the guy that is working on our website and on the back end of things right there, he uh, he also has 3D printers, and his are a little bit better than mine, and he actually has a printer that can do multicolor filament and print at the same time. So we've actually discussed. He only lives about an hour and 15 minutes away from me,
Uh-huh.
and we've actually discussed, getting our printers together, setting them up in a shop, and doing live streams of printing the stuff,
Please do
printing
that.
people's NFTs and everything like that. So, I just want to, I just would like to reiterate how we are stable. We are a true, working project that has, uh, you know, success in their future, and we just need some, faithful long-term holders to help us grow. That's about it.
Yeah, Banana Man from CNU. We all know Banana Man, the troublemaker. He's saying multicolored printer for rainbow socks, maybe. So if you wanted to print some rainbow socks, is that possible in collaboration?
I can't say anything's not possible,
Okay,
so
all right.
we can make it happen.
Well, there we go. There we go. And John says anything is possible. Yes, yes, indeed. Also, I see James joined us, the Purple Dragon. He's made time to be here. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. I see the Giga Stacy main account is here. Praise Jackson. We got the CNU fam, Chris. A bunch of just incredible folks. Gabi as well, just some great people in here. Really appreciate you guys taking the time. You didn't have to do it. It's Friday, right? You could be doing anything, but I always like to say that you guys are locking in. We're even getting some great questions already in the chat from Cameron. I'm not going to read the questions just yet because I'm going to try to pick the best. And if you guys hate me for not picking you, then it is what it is, But let's talk a little bit more on the meta and the competition. Have you seen any other tokens try to do the 3D printing kind of utility, and have they been successful, or are you guys kind of the only ones you've seen?
So we haven't actually seen anybody doing it yet, which is exciting. So we're the higher we grow in market cap, is what kind of ensures us to keep that spot. So I mean that's why I've been so adamant about keeping holders, supporting the chart, and once we do hit that 1 to 2 mil range, that's going to get the normie eyes on us that we're looking for from these other big printing companies. So we're not just looking for them for their services. I do talk when I do talk to them. I'm working on them to invest in us as well. Um, so yeah.
That's a really cool approach. It's a very much B2B approach, and also going back to what you're saying as far as streaming and actually showing these NFTs and otherwise being created in front of you, I think is really cool. So to dig on that a little bit, would you be streaming it here on the website, like under the 3D Print Farm tab, or would it be on YouTube? Where would you want to stream it?
So we'll probably set up a YouTube channel and
Okay.
then have a link to it to the on the website.
Okay, solid. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, shameless plug. We're live right now on the Coynzy YouTube channel, live broadcasting, and this will get posted as a recording. So YouTube is super modular, and what I love is, you can simulcast using Restream. You can simulcast. You can be here on TG. You can be on X at the same time if you want, YouTube, and I think you would grab a lot of attention, for people that are in the 3D printing space. Talking about IRL as well, we haven't really talked about this. Oh my God, it's printing right now. Look at that. So, okay, wait. What is that printing? Is that a CNU? Is that a CNU
That is,
character?
yes, it is.
Okay. I could roughly see what it was, but I saw the legs and I figured it was a CNU. So makes sense. Makes sense. As a side note, I see you, Banana Man. It's funny. So, as a side note, I really encourage project owners that are listening right now, guys, or in post, whatever. Don't be afraid to partner up. And I wanted to ask your experience thus far with partnering with projects? Has it been something that's been a little precarious? Has it been easy? Like the partnerships that have been offered to you in the crypto space have been pretty high quality. What would you have to say for project owners and community leads and so on the topic of partnership?
Yeah, so I mean, you want to be choosy with your partnerships. We have been. We've sourced, partnerships with projects that have, um, how do I say this? That have been on the chain for a while, or have credibility to be on the chain. Yes, there's going to be ups and downs in the charts, but we don't want to partner with somebody that have a big partnership with somebody that just that ends up failing, which failure happens. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen,
Hmm.
but we our community is very supportive, and a lot of the partnerships that we have made, when there's dips on each other's charts, we support them. I've fired at Queen Kitty on this last dip. I fired at Sock Inu on this last dip. I fired at Trebly on several of the dips. So, we support each other, and they've came in and supported us when we needed it. So it's all about that. We're always available in the space to talk. We have a big team that's working in the Telegram nonstop. And if anybody ever comes in there with questions, VC is usually on. If it's not, it can be turned on, and there's always somebody in there to answer a question. If it's not right away, it's a few minutes after.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. More people are coming in. I only expected about 20 people to come in here. Kind of an intimate, this is a small group. Remember, guys. So, I'm happy as heck with 20 people. We're at 27. So I'm practically doing backflips over here. But there was a question from Mazzy. He says specifically, this is not my main question because he wants to win the giveaway, or he's going to try, but he's just asking and curious on the 3D printing material. What is used? He says, is it latex? I don't think it's latex, right? It's a plastic filament. Am I correct?
Yeah, so the one that specifically that we're using is called PLA, and so our
Mm.
printers are set up to be able to use four different types of filament, and it's TPU, PLA, and I'd have to look and see the couple others, but I actually have filament that can make that can be like kind of spongy and soft, and I have filament that can also be like rock solid.
Well, there you go. So not latex, but couple different textures, which is cool. Here's an interesting one. When we're talking about tangibles, specifically 3D printed goods, for some reason for me holidays come to mind. Like, are you guys interested in doing any specific holiday pushes, like maybe some specific special limited edition mints or prints, I guess both in this case, for Christmas or for Halloween or New Year's? Have you guys thought about anything like that?
So we haven't really thought about it, but you do bring up a good point, and we'll see what we can do with that. Maybe I'll print out some 3D models of 3D man with some dressed up as Santa Claus or something, or some sake news with some bells around their neck, and there's all kinds of stuff we can do. So
So,
yeah, good point, and we'll take that into consideration.
yeah, Sinu will show up literally with bells on or whatever that European saying is. Um, yeah, I love that. I just envision a 3D man Santa with a whole slew of Sinu reindeer. So there you go.
Yeah,
That's the vision. Let's see if you do it. Let me know how I can buy them, and I will put that on the desk for December. So,
yeah.
um,
Yeah, so kind of our plan of attack on the NFTs is as soon as I get the computer chips in,
uh-huh.
I've got some NFTs personally that I'm gonna test them out with, and you know work at that angle, and then as soon as we're ready, we'll be offering the NFTs. And people talk about price on these NFTs, and we haven't nailed down a certain price, but I can tell you they're not going to be cheap. If we can bring an NFT to and validate it to be a one of one real world asset, I don't see why an NFT printed NFT can't be half the value, at least of the original NFT. And some of these NFTs go for thousands of dollars. So we'll work our way up, um, but as we get better, they will they'll grow in value, and they will add and contribute to the project. The profits will.
Yeah, we're kind of slowly moving into the question section, but I'm not there just yet. I have a few others, but I did see a few mentions, suggestions, and questions. Banana Man saying, I can't even tell if he's joking. I don't think he is. I think he'd be very happy if this happened. We want a life-size Great Dane wearing socks 3D printed. I don't know if the print plate can handle that, but one can dream. So there, there's,
Yep.
there's,
We can print larger images,
uh-huh.
uh, and it's basically you print the leg, you print the other leg, you print the body, you print the head,
Oh,
and then
that's
you
how it
assemble it
works.
all together. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And then John is saying, I need the X link to retweet. I got you. I got you. Let me go ahead and grab that X link. Here you go, John. Very nice of you to retweet them. You guys should. Why not, you know? Okay, and then yeah, no problem, John. Thank you. Mason, by the way, from Poppy, incredible project, says, have you guys considered doing a 3D print NFT profile picture campaign? Would be cool as a package for community members. So not only taking the 3D print side and blending it with NFTs, but also somehow building in a nice little PFP maybe generator to then have people use. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a very good thought, and like I said, this is a long-term project, and um, we take all of that into consideration, and we do grow accordingly. So I love those NFT generators and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. So once we can get to that point, I would love to incorporate that into the website. And I would like to reassure people with my website developer. I choose the best people that I've found in the space that I connect with, and Dalton, not only is he minutes, an hour away from me, but he's been in the space since the beginning of Bitcoin and stuff, and he's worked on huge networks all over the space as well. He's a big part of Supra network, and he works with these development teams to develop their um, blockchains and platforms and stuff. So yes, he's quite busy, but he's reliable and a friend of mine, and we're in good hands with him. So and he actually just went to Kentucky, and it was ironic. He was in Kentucky 3D printing houses, learning how to 3D
Wait,
print
what?
houses. Yeah,
Okay, that's a whole
yeah,
nother conversation, but 3D printing houses is crazy. What?
yeah.
The only question I have on that is how long and when can I get one? Do they take a
Yeah.
long, they must have take a long time to print, right?
Uh, I think they 3D printed a house or the foundation of a house or something within the weekend.
Oh wow.
So, they're not printing, giant houses, more like little Adobes or something. But
I don't
uh,
it could be a box. I don't care, you know. That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
cool.
I mean, these printers are huge, so they work, and it's an all up and coming deal. And being that we're the only ones doing it in the space and surviving and growing, we plan to be a part of all of that.
Oh, this is super cool. So, all right. So what I'm hearing in summary, right, is project that is very close knit. Also a project that I joke you not, we found okay, it was four they corrected me in the chat. They said it was about 14K. I'm gonna go right here. So let's get out the old kind of a measure tool here and let's take a look. Let's just go from here. Okay. So we're talking from first appearance ever mention on a space, multiple appearances on major. I mean, more than 1400% up from first mention. That's that's insane, right? Like that's so crazy. And the question that comes to mind is, and this might sound a little silly, but I do think it's important to ask. You've had a lot of success with this. It's starting to push back to where it was all-time high, right? It's really starting to go. Amazing partnerships, IRL printing. You guys are on fire. We're in the degen space, and some people might think, is there going to be another token? So just to get it out of the way, is there going to be another token, or is this the prime directive project for the foreseeable future?
All right. So the question of the hour here.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
3D Man is our primary token, and when we first bought the CTO and took it over, we were tossed around ideas and had so many ideas, and we decided to attack a 3D launchpad and to build a 3D launchpad. We had some success with the launchpad, but it was giving some pushback in the areas that we needed it. Since then, our developer has had some family troubles and business troubles in his life, so he's had to go MIA. Um, he is a close friend of mine, and I do believe he will produce in time, but I am also a man that I don't put all of my eggs in one basket. And in the back end of things, I also like to keep my promises. So, um, we do have a backup plan to be working on that 3D launch pad, whether it's
Mm,
a couple months away or so on and so forth. But we're targeting what we can target right now. Um, as for run into another coin or something, no, this is our primary coin, and we still have utilities and stuff that we would like to produce in the space. But the 3D printing side of things is huge. The stability of the community is huge from almost a 2-month-old CTO. So I mean, you're safe in here, and the more people we can bring on to help build it, the better.
that's fantastic. I mean, just put plain and simple, no. It's 3D man. There's going to be a launch pad in due time, which thank you for taking the time to do that, because you do not want to rush a launch pad.
Yeah,
And I think it's such a cool idea, because I remember from our last conversation, right, that you mentioned the visibility point on the launch pad is going to be tokens that launch from there end with, I think it was man, right? Was that the ender that you guys are sticking with?
correct. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Because on the stream all the time I'm mentioning it, I'm like, oh, okay, so you guys can obviously tell this is from Pump Fun. Aside from the headers now showing us from Pump Fun, but it says dot pump or dot bonk, or insert any other launch pad, right? So to have that branding, it kind of permanently ties that token in a way to your platform, which is awesome. Because as we've seen from many launch pads, tax launch pads especially recently, all you need is one and preferably two big hitter projects, and you're good. You're going to keep getting business. You're going to keep getting interest. So I am super excited for that. Stuff happens obviously, but I'm really excited for that launch pad. And we are going to be moving into the questions in just a little bit, guys. So if you're just joining in, now's the time. We're giving away, about $117 of 3D Man that I've been holding since we first talked to the 3D Man team and arranged this AMA. And I think that can 2x. I think that bag can 2x if the history of this token shows anything. I think this could do some pretty crazy numbers. The Wise DJ saying, I've been holding my bag of 3D Man since it was 10K. Banana Man saying, I think it will 100x. I'm trying to be conservative, Banana Man. Come on, man. Come on. And John saying, I'll support that launch pad. Very good. Look at all the love here. Again, guys, I'll say it again, but we have a few more members in here. I only expected maybe 20 people. I would have been very happy with 20 people because this is a small group. It's kind of intimate in that sense. We have 30 people, so I'm already, very happy. Thank you, guys. And we're going to be moving to those questions in a second. Before we do, I did want to touch a little bit on marketing because I'm looking at this chart. It's looking beautiful. You guys are following the overall movement of Solana and actually outpacing it if we consider that Solana is slightly kind of ebbing and flowing while Ethereum is absolutely pushing in the last couple days. but you guys are outpacing 23.68% up. What do you think is causing this push? And what are you excited for as we get into the weekend and next week? Anything we should kind of know about?
Yeah, so I mean, the community's been advised to, you know, if to buy out Jeeps. You know, the strongholders. We're like I said, we're 2 months into the CTO. We have strong people in this. You know, myself, I'm a successful businessman in real life. I own a business, and I also work that business. So, you know, a lot of the community has locked bags. We're creating a couple different burn mechanisms into play with the project, and you know, we're slowly building and finding who our true, you know, supporters and holders are. And you know, if you sell, you really, you know, we try not to let people back in cheap. We welcome you back if you get back in cheaper, great. But you know, we're building stability and safety for our investors. And we don't want huge swings. If you look at the daily chart, there's not been huge swings. Um, you know, so it's that safety niche that we're building here, and we want people to feel comfortable and safe and to be able to sleep on your bags. And you know, almost 2 months in, the time has proven that it's here, and we're very transparent in the VC. You know, all that comes into play.
I love it. I love it. Well, you know what? 42 minutes has absolutely flown by. I do want to get to some questions before we end, but I just have to say it has been amazing catching back up with you guys. I'm personally super, super, super excited, and I am going to give you guys a culture mention on the stream today, just because. Just because I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a quick one. It'll be just a little mention. Hey, I spoke with this
No,
team today. Yeah.
we're actually on major today. So
Oh, all right. Well, then we'll have a full conversation. Even better.
yeah.
Um, well, I didn't even know that, so that's exciting. But I'm pumped. You're gonna be among good friends. I believe a few other projects that are actually in the chat right now are gonna be there as well. So you'll be with friends there. Let's talk a little bit about these questions. Remember, guys, $117 of 3D Man and a $50 bag from Coynzy in USDC will be yours for the best question. And I'm seeing two questions right now. So, you know, oh, what? Oh, see, now there's three. Now there's three. Okay, see, I said it. Now there's three. It's going to be difficult. Let's do this.
Mhm.
I'm going to read through all three and we'll get answers for them if you don't mind. And then I have to do the hard task of picking the best, the best question. So we're gonna start at the top and work through these. And let's see. First question is from Cameron, who is our 100th member, by the way. Thank you, Cameron, for still sticking around. You won our 100th member giveaway, our random 100th member giveaway, and you still stuck around. So appreciate you. He asks, do the utilities in the real world company actually generate revenue? And is there a clear mechanism for that revenue to benefit token holders in any way?
So I have discussed that in order to print your NFT, to order your NFT, there'll be a cap on how many man tokens that you have to send to a burn wallet, and then so that'll reduce the supply. So eventually bringing, you know, holder, you know, the supply count up. And then when it comes to the profits from the NFTs and everything, I haven't nailed that down exactly on what we will be putting back in to everything. I've been very busy with my real life stuff and figuring out these printers, as I said. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, all I do plan on it the profits benefiting the meme coin itself in some type of way. I just haven't. I'm a very honest man, and I just haven't been able to write that down and figure out the white paper on that exactly yet.
That is so much better than LARPing and pretending like you did. It even it even says it in our rules. Don't LARP, guys, because it's obvious and it's disingenuous. Just be real, and people respect that. So I definitely do as well. Next question is from Mazzy. He asks, away from crypto, I'm summarizing a bit here. I see a huge potential for real life businesses that could blend with this. A specific situation that he's outlining here is creating a 3D replica of favorite pictures of folks, potentially even if they've passed away, to kind of honor them and maybe embed an audio clip of their favorite words or quotes somewhere on the NFT. So maybe on the bottom of it, there could be a QR code or something that links to an audio clip. What are your thoughts on maybe doing something like that? Because I've never heard of that. That's actually a really good kind of idea, in my opinion, Mazzy.
Yeah, so our 3D printing company and this project, it's not going to be solely focused on NFTs and meme characters.
Hmm.
That's just to kind of work on the degens and the people in the space. We are targeting a lot of normies, and with these partnerships that we're making all around the world, you'll be able to see what they can produce through our website, and we can basically print out anything. I was talking to Dalton last night because he has other printers, and with the Solana Seeker phone coming out, we're actually, this hasn't been announced yet. We're actually working on airdropping the Solana Seeker phone. Um, but we're also, he can design and print phone cases. So he has a filament for that,
Hmm.
and he has the education for that. So that's a very good idea, and I encourage you to bring it back up in the TG sometime, and I'll actually write it down here now, and add that to the list.
I love it. I love it. Open minded too. I always say on the stream, stay open minded. Align yourself with founders that are open minded because crypto, you never know what's going to happen, and you need teams that are agile and can be creative. So I'm definitely hearing that. A few more questions, and then we'll pick the favorite. Tech support is saying bringing NFTs to real life is superb. Linking up with other 3D printing companies is very exciting as well. Are there any plans for 3D Man to integrate into top NFT sites like OpenSea, Rarible, etc.? Specifically, the idea of being able to have a button that says print your live 3D NFT. Now, that is, I'm sure, would be amazing, right? But maybe let's go with some of the smaller NFT sites. What are your thoughts on that? To be able to maybe do a partnership, and then if someone really likes their NFT, they could hit a button and mint it in real life and get it sent to them.
Yeah, it's absolutely great, and we are working on. So right now, I have to go through a couple channels to get your NFT or main picture to my file, and we don't have a formal partnership, but we have a collab partnership with the project Trebly. I'll mention them here. That can do that. That can do that file. So our formal partnership, we've been talking about it, and we're going to actually integrate to the system into our system onto the website to where you can use man coins or trebly coins to send to that, and then that'll be sent to the burn wallet, and then it'll just generate your NFT file and be sent to us, and then we can print it. So everything will get easier as we go. uh, we're just looking for the community and the support to keep building as we go.
Oh, wow. That's super, super cool. Um, that could be game changing. Like genuinely, that could be amazing to be able to just one click, and it would probably have to be a standard, kind of template per se, like maybe the front, well, it wouldn't be a front view because it's 3D. I don't know. It'd be a little difficult, but it would be so cool if there could be a way to kind of maybe when you're submitting the NFT, you could check a box and say, would you like this to be 3D printed in the future? Have it as an option. And then they like kind of submit to a template, and then it can kind of, ensure that it works and is, scalable in that way. But super cool, super cool. A couple more questions. This is more of a of a funny one. Lisa says, when can 3D Man do an appeal to real live 3D women? So I don't know what you have to say about that.
And get me a picture, Lisa.
Okay. All right. So Lisa, there you go. If you want to get recreated Ex Machina style, you can definitely do that. Okay. Let's see. I recently rewatched that movie, and that's why I post that GIF. That was a deep cut from the movie. So if you got it, you got it. Okay, a couple more. I'm missing a few, apologies, guys, but I do want to, make sure we pick that winner and bring this one to a close here. I believe this is a holder from your community, which is, I appreciate you guys being here. Um, Okoli, if I'm saying it correctly, says, how does the platform handle large file sizes for 3D models? And are there integrations with decentralized storage solutions like IPFS or Arweave? That's a very good question.
Oh boy, I only know so much. That's probably more of a technical question for one of my back end guys on that one. So, uh, so the larger models, I mean, like I said, we can print sections of them if I'm answering the question right. But we can print, sections of it and then assemble them together.
Okay, I think that probably does answer it as well. I mean, you know, there can always be the option, if the file size is too big, it says, "Hey, upload something smaller." I don't think the file size would dictate the actual size of the object. I don't think so, but I know nothing about 3D printing, so I'm not sure. But to get that
So
question,
I,
yeah.
I do I do so since I've been playing with it, so I
Uh-huh.
have had a file size that has came in, and as soon as I try to upload it, it says file size too small.
Oh, too
Um,
small. Okay.
would you like to regenerate this? And I click yes, and then so it regenerates it to the size acceptable. So I'm sure if
Oh,
something came in too large, then it'll probably regenerate it to something that's acceptable.
okay, that is awesome. No, that makes sense. And last one, and again, I'm skipping over some questions here. Apologies, guys, but you know what? Perfect time to jump into their TG if you aren't already. Get some of those final questions answered. But this one comes from our very own Mason from Poppy. He says, Oh, there you go. I come from the Poppy Project. We make songs for other projects and have made one for Major Trending. Yes, indeed, it was very good. Can we make a song for 3D Man in return for a 3D print of Poppy? What are your thoughts?
If that sounds like a great thought. I would absolutely be thrilled to entertain that a little bit more. So, if you want to reach out to me and we can discuss it, yeah, let's talk about it.
All right, very good. And Lisa says, just trying to be helpful. If there's any way to onboard lady holders, I'm a holder, by the way. That actually does bring some conversation to 3D man. Is there
Hmm.
room for some 3D ladies, right? So this is kind of an interesting one, right? Because inherently the project is, non-gendered in that way, right? Anybody can be a crypto holder, right? Who cares, right? But I
Yeah.
am curious, how do you leave space for more than just kind of what some people might think of being just men, Because it's not, right? It's the concept of the meta, but I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, so I mean that does come in with our formal partnerships or our collab partnerships,
Uh-huh.
and I do like ladies for the ticker and whatnot.
He
I would
likes
like to
ladies,
see something
guys. The jury's out.
like
There it is.
yeah. Sorry, but that's one thing we really like about this project is that it does has have the successful man ticker, and we're CoinGecko certified, and we're running with it. So if we can find like-minded projects that want to collab and work together with good people, we are open ears.
Love it. I love it. And Foxy is backing up your statement there saying, I'm a 3D lady. So you can be a 3D man holder and still be a 3D lady. Very good. All right. Well, now I have to do the hardest task of picking the best question. And this is a tough one because you guys actually listened to the AMA. I would expect nothing else. You guys are the elite of the elite, but still, you didn't make it very easy. Damn. I would have to say, honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to tech support because the idea of integrating into NFT sites could actually scale this like crazy. Like that could be a runaway win. A, a follow up though, a follow up would be Mazzy because I love the idea of having tangibles with memories behind them. I think that is beautiful. But talking about on the crypto side, how this could scale and the marketing kind of, benefits. Oh my God, to have a button where you could 3D print an NFT that you already are looking or have minted would be so cool. It'd be so cool. So, and it sounds like they're already making some really big inroads on that side. So, congratulations, tech support. You're coming away with $50 from our Coynzy community here, USDC, and your first maybe bag. I don't know. I think you already hold some tokens, but you're going to be getting a bag of 100, and now the price went up a little bit, $118 of 3D man token. My only thing to mention, guys, is as you can see by the chart here, it's been doing some beautiful numbers since first mention. This is a much more mature project than when we first spoke to them ever. So I'm just going to say, I might have to echo what Banana Man was saying. He was saying 100x from here. I'm going to say a conservative 2x should be very, very easy. But once you, we see it all the time on the stream, right? Once you hit 500K, from there, a million is so much easier. But a million feels impossible when you're at 100K. So to see that they're already right there above 200K, things are ramping up. They got great partnerships. I am absolutely pumped. And I did want to give final words to you, 3D Man.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming. I appreciate all of the holders. I appreciate everyone that's been supporting this project so far and believing in me and this community. And I take this project seriously. I do a little bit of trading on the side, but I rotate profits into the project one way or another. Like I said, I bought this 3D printing company out. I do support other projects and other communities. We are listed with the Queen Kitty trading bot. It's 3D Man does have a wallet. We started with 1,500 in there, and profits from that will be rotated into the project as well. So we are focused on growing the market cap and growing the project, and working this project in every way we can, in every good way we can, and onboarding good members as we go. I've been working nonstop with the 3D printing side of things and reaching out to other communities. And I mean, I'm bringing in holders daily into the project. So, and that's just me. There's several other people working for this project. I got 2 or 3 people sending out emails daily, and you know, and just all over the place. We find somebody that has uh, the right stuff that we need, that can work for the project, and they come in and they deliver. So I appreciate everyone being here, and thank you for believing in us. And I promise you, we will continue to produce.
Let's go. Please keep us updated as well. Excited to see you on Major. Definitely going to be referencing this AMA on the Coynzy YouTube channel because it is now going to be uploaded once we hit end. And again, easy 2x from here, in my opinion. That's my opinion. What do I know? I've only seen thousands of projects, whatever. But genuinely, I always like to buy into tokens that I feel have a very succinct team, and I am feeling that. The same guy we talked to today is the same guy that told me about the project at 14K. And that means a lot to me, especially when you see so much of the opposite in crypto. So, guys, this wraps up another Coynzy AMA. This was with 3D Man and their token man here. On Solana, make sure to give them a look, jump into their TG, follow them on X, all the good stuff. And we're going to be seeing them again, it sounds like, just in a few hours. So stay locked in. We'll keep chatting here in the community, Coynzy community chats. And again, I really appreciate you guys being here. This over exceeded my expectations for joins. Thank you again. And congratulations to tech support for the win, for the surprise win. I didn't even tell you there was going to be a prize on purpose. So make sure to DM me and we'll get you that prize sent ASAP. All right, guys, thank you so much. And to our guests, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.